as always, and to have some new faces. This technically, usually in this class, I focus on a theme for the entire month. Our theme for September was kind of foundations of flow and working specifically with building up ladder flows and really working in just to a lot of variations and sun salutes. And we haven't had class the last couple of weeks because of Hurricane Sally. And even though this is technically the first Thursday of October and new month, October is kind of a long month because of that. So I'm going to do one more class from September's theme, working with foundations of flow. And this week, we're going to be focusing on a standing ladder flow built around Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. In that posture, your front leg is more in external rotation here. So this back hip is opening up, the front hip is forward. So we did a lot of Warrior 2 or Warrior 1 in the last class with this left hip wrapping forward. But this time we're going to be focused on postures and working in flow with this hip externally rotated. So that's where we're going to be heading today. Be mindful of your space as you're practicing, and just go ahead and we'll get started just by seated, settling into your breath. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, head of the arm bones back and down. So you're spreading wide through the collarbone. Feels like the shoulders are evenly stacked over the hips. And you can allow the eyes to close. And we're just going to begin by taking a few centering breaths. So as you inhale through the nose, feel the crown of the head lift. Feel the ribs fully expand, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, empty from the bottom up and allow the breath to sigh out of the mouth. Inhale fully in. Exhale, sigh the breath out through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And as you exhale, mouth closed, sigh the breath out through the nose. Continue with that same evenness of the breath, drawing in through the nose and out through the nose. Moving at your own pace, but trying to find a space where the length of your inhale is matching the length of your exhale. And as you stay with those breaths, begin to draw your mind towards your intention that you'd like to set for your practice this morning. Whether that's a feeling that you're looking to cultivate in yourself, an opportunity to move mindfully, or maybe there's a particular person on your mind or in your heart right now that you'd like to offer up your practice to. Whatever it may be, pause for a moment with your intention. And if you'd like to join me in beginning your practice with one Om, inhale deeply for Om. Slowly allow the eyes to open, and please transition into tabletop. Hands are beneath your shoulders, knees are beneath your hips, and check to see that the crease of your wrist is parallel with the front edge of your mat. Spread the fingers wide, ground down through the base of the index finger. Low belly draws in and up towards the back of the spine. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked here. It's really your preference. On an inhale, let the belly drop down, lift the chin, press the floor away. And exhale, arch and round the back, let the gaze shift towards the navel. Inhale, lift the chin, belly hangs. Exhale, arch and round the back to keep the breath smooth and even in and out through the nose. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Belly hangs, find that full articulation through the spine. Exhale, arch and round, broad through the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, arch and round the back. Inhale to neutral tabletop. Exhale, draw the belly in and up towards the back of the spine. That's your Uddiyana Bandha, that core connection. Keep that palms planted firmly. Inhale, we're gonna start lifting, making just some hip circles with the left knee. So draw out to the side, knee to the back, sole of the foot towards the ceiling, and exhale, knee in. Inhale, out to the side, up, and all the way in. So you don't have to make the movement quite so jerky, but just begin to find that circle out, back, and then curling in. Couple more times, out, up, and in, all the way out, up, and in, and then set it down. And then same thing with the right knee. Knee out to the side, back, and as you exhale, draw the knee in towards your center. Out, up, and in. Couple more, find your own rhythm. Knee out to the side, sole of the foot up to the ceiling, exhale, knee into the center. Circling the hip, just getting a little bit of that beginning outer mobility there. And then set the knee all the way back down. Sit back for a moment in child's pose. You may tent the fingers. You can always come back to balasana, to child's pose at any point in practice if you need a break. Full inhale here. And then exhale, come back through tabletop. Step the right foot and the left foot back to plank. As you stay here in plank, continue to press the floor away as you ground down through the palms. Feel the low belly draw in, tailbone is lengthening down towards the heels. Heels are extended behind you. Keep the back of the neck long, so don't let the head drop here, but try to keep the back of the skull in line with the rest of the spine. Gazes down the tip of the nose for your drishti, your focus point. One more inhale here, and exhale, begin to lift the hips up and back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. The feet are still about hip width distance apart here. Bicycle the legs, bending into the knees one at a time. And then begin to find a little bit of stillness in the legs. You take some of those initial wiggles out. Belly is continuing to draw in and up towards the back of the spine. Arms are extending long. Upper arm, biceps are wrapping outward towards the pinkies, so that's going to create a little bit more external rotation in the upper arms. Couple of more breaths here. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, lower belly all the way down to the floor. For Bhujangasana Cobra pose, inhale, press the floor away. The elbows are flaring out to the side. Keep them hugging by the side body. Chest draws forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, Cobra. Press the floor away. Exhale, chest down. Inhale, one more time, Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, chest to the floor. Inhale, press back through tabletop, tuck toes to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, begin to walk the feet forward towards the front edge of your mat. You can keep a soft bend in the knees here. And then slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, come to stand. Good. So you find yourself in mountain pose Tadasana. Stand with the feet about hip width distance apart here, okay? So it's about 2 fists in between your feet. Pick all 10 toes up off the mat and let them drop down to the mat one by one. With the feet standing well and balanced in your weight, feel a slight energizing, even though they're not going to move. Pretend that you're hugging the feet towards each other. With that engagement through the lower leg, lengthen the tailbone down. Quadriceps are engaged. Low belly draws in and up. Lift out of the low back, curl long through the torso. Head of the arm bones up, back, and down, and palms are facing forward. Back of the skull stays long. Chin slightly tucked, and your tongue goes to the back of the teeth in the mouth. So the tip of the tongue touches right behind your front teeth. Mountain pose Tadasana. We'll begin with a couple of half sun salutes. Inhale, reach the arms up, grow long. Exhale, flat back, hinge at the hips, fingertips towards the floor. Inhale, spine long, shoulders even with hips. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway up, spine long, shoulders are even with hips here. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, arms reach up, gaze lifts. Exhale, straight back in, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, lift up and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer, mountain pose, Tadasana. Moving on to a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze lifts. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, plant your hands down, take a large right step and left step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, push the toes forward, elbows hug the side body as you lower down. Low plank chaturanga. You can do straight legged or knees down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, just as we practiced before, where you can press through the palms, lift the chest to upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 deep breaths here. Every time we come to down dog, recommit to the connection of the palms. Steady the breath. See if you can reach the heels a little bit lower towards the floor as the hip points reach up a little bit higher. On your next inhale, look between the hands. Take a large right step and left step forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, gaze towards the belly. Inhale, arms rise up, flat back, all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, rise up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders even with hips. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, take a large left step and right step back to plank. Exhale, forward on the toes, either knees down or straight leg, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just settling into our breath, connecting our movement with the fullness of our in-breaths, palms pressing strongly away. And even in your down dog, feel a little bit of a heavier grounding through the base of the big toes, and feel how that extends all the way up through the inseam of the leg as you roll the thighs slightly in and back. On your next inhale, look forward between the hands, take a large left step and right step forward. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms rise up, gaze lifts. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down. You may step to plank and lower. You may jump to chaturanga and hold in low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath and movement, waking up our whole body here. Steady the breath. Extend strongly through the arms. Check to see that the neck is relaxed and that the jaw is soft. On your next inhale, look forward between the hands. Walk or step or bend the knees slightly, hop forward towards the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms out to the side, reach up and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. We're going to do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar B, which traditionally includes Warrior 1, but we are going to swap that out today for Warrior 2, because that's the focus of our flow this morning. So step the feet fully together. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Utkatasana, chair pose, gazes between the palms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot forward, left heel down. Warrior two, inhale, left arm up and over. And we're just staying for a breath here, finding the shape of warrior two. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, right arm up and over, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. There's this built-in hold in down dog in the Surya Namaskars to allow us to continue to build strength in this pose, which is an inversion. Anytime your hips are above your heart, it's considered an inversion. So great for developing strength there, but almost as a point to pause and collect. On your next inhale, look forward between your hands, step or bend the knees, lightly hop forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to prayer. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, left arm up and over, warrior two. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, right arm up and over, warrior two, get the thigh low. Exhale, palms down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow the breath. Feel the evenness of the inhale and the exhale. And feel your whole body. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit warmer than before. On your next inhale, look forward between the hands. And on an exhale, bend the knees, walk or step forward. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arm, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. One more Surya Namaskar B with warrior two. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, palm down. Inhale, step to plank or jump to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, up and over, warrior two. Make that right angle as close as possible. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, right arm up and over, warrior two. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here in down dog. You may always hold in child's pose as well. And the sun salutations are kind of the traditional warm-up in Vinyasa Yoga, and then the foundation for how we weave this practice together. So as we continue to move forward in our practice today, we're going to continue to build on a style that's sometimes known as a ladder flow. So we'll be doing one posture, flowing through the vinyasa of down dog, of chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and then adding another step to the ladder with each round, new pose. Okay, it's a great way to start building familiarity with the postures and creating your own home practice. A nice long down dog. On your next inhale, look forward between your hands, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. So we'll be beginning with Warrior Two. So we're going to begin that ladder. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. This time, exhale, bend the right knee and point that right knee up towards the ceiling. A little twist in your down dog, beginning to draw some awareness to that, more awareness to that external hip rotation. Exhale, take a large right step forward between the hands, turn and ground the back heel. Inhale, left arm up and over, Warrior Two, and pause. Now in your Warrior Two, I actually want you, we're gonna stay here for a few breaths for the first time. I actually want you to straighten the leg, almost like you're gonna go into triangle pose. With your left hand, come back and find the base of the glute, okay? And I want you to take your hand to that left glute and make sure it's firing. Sometimes it just wants to hang out. So take the hand to the left glute, make sure it's engaged. From there, rebend into the right knee. Gaze is over the middle finger of the right palm. Arms are in one straight line. Sometimes the back hand wants to drop down. Keep it lifted up. Arms strong, left glute still firing. One more inhalation here, get low. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, plank. You can go to down dog. You can keep taking flow through chaturanga, upward facing dog, down dog. It's your choice throughout this sequence. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the left knee. Let the knee open up to the side. Find that knee pointing up towards the ceiling. A little bit of twist. Exhale, take a large left step forward between the hands. Turn and ground the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, left foot forward. Just as we did before, straighten the left leg. Take the right hand. Check that your right glute is engaged. Okay, we don't want the back leg to be checking out here. So right glute engaged. From there, keep the engagement. Rebend the left knee. Extend the arms out. So your knee is stacked, left knee is stacked over the ankle. Gazes over the ring finger of your left hand. Maybe drop a little bit deeper. And exhale, release the palms down. Inhale. You can come to down dog, child's pose, or chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So that's rung one of the ladder. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, find that little down dog twist. Inhale, take a large right step forward, back heel down. Inhale, left arm up and over, Warrior Two. Adding on from here, left arm comes to left calf or thigh. Viparita Virabhadrasana, reverse your warrior. Gaze can stay up towards the right fingertips. It can stay down towards the back toe, especially if it's uncomfortable on the neck. But if it's comfortable, lift the gaze and then bend a little bit deeper into the right thigh. Check to see that you haven't backed out of that left glute engagement. Still staying strong in the back leg. One more inhalation here. Exhale, palms all the way down to the mat. Take the vinyasa, step to down dog. Inhale, plank, chaturanga, Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, little twist, open the knee up. Exhale, take a large left step forward between the hands, back heel down. Inhale, right arm up and over, Virya straight into reverse. Right hand comes down to find the back of the calf, the leg. For Viparita, Virabhadrasana. Gazes up towards the left fingertips as long as that's comfortable on your neck. Right glute stays engaged. Bend a little bit deeper into the left thigh. Good. A little bit of a nice back bend in the twist. A little bit challenging to stay. Sometimes we don't stay very long in this posture. Good, strong posture. Exhale, release the fingertips down towards the floor. Again, options, child's pose, down dog, or plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Okay. Adding on from there, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, left arm up and over, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior, right palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale through warrior 2. From here, bend your right arm, take the right arm down to the thigh for side angle, Parshva Keeping yourself supported at first, reach the left arm forward in front of you, and then alongside. So you want the palm to be facing down towards the floor, and with your forearm on your leg, create a little bit of resistance. Open your chest more to the side. Keep reaching up and out. Keep the arm long, and stay right here. Or if you have space, to take the hands or the fingertips to the inside of the foot. You can do that, but don't do it at the sake of collapsing downward. If you can keep the chest nice and open, stay where you can do that, okay? Take one more full breath here, Parshva. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Your choice, down dog or chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, down dog twist. Take a large left step forward on the exhale. Inhale, right arm up and back, Virya 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through warrior 2. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Again, this time right arm reaches forward in front of the face, and then all the way forward. And let it reach, the arm reach alongside the ear. Palm is turned face down. Stay nice and long. So don't, if you can get the arm really straight, keep thinking top arm straight so it stays really nice and active here. Press down through the left forearm. Open the chest up to the side. Check to see that that right glute is engaged in the back. And you can keep the left forearm here. Keep broadening and turning the chest, or maybe release left fingertips to the inside of the left foot towards a block. Just keep the chest opening up. And then from there, exhale, fingertips down to the floor. Options. Take the vinyasa, meet and down dog, pause in child's pose. We all meet in downward facing dog, please. And continue to build. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the right knee, knee up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take a large right step forward between the hands, turn and ground the back heel. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through warrior 2. Exhale, side angle, top arm extends. From here, begin to straighten into the right leg to transition into Trikonasana. Okay, so now both legs are now straight. Chest continues to open through the side. Good. And the gaze can be, again, where it's comfortable for the neck. Your brain can weigh around 8 pounds. It's a lot for your neck to support. So if you're uncomfortable, the gaze can be down towards the right big toe. Keep the head in line with the neck to face the side, or if it's comfortable, allow the right eye to look at the left thumb. Keep thinking long through the bottom side ribs. Keep those left glutes engaged too, okay? Nice. One more inhalation here, and then exhale, fingertips down. Take the vinyasa, or come to downward facing dog, please. We all meet in down dog for side 2. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, open the hip up. I almost forgot that part. Inhale, take a large left step forward, back heel down. Right arm up and back. Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, Parshva Konasana, side angle pose, chest turns. Inhale, straighten the left leg, left fingertips towards the leg, towards the block or towards the floor. Gaze lifted up if that's comfortable, otherwise to the side of the room, or maybe down towards your left big toe. Keep reaching through the arms, stay broad, rotate the chest, keep the right glutes active. That back leg can really make a big difference in the rotation of your posture here. Okay, so gaze lifts. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee, fingertips down. Inhale, back to down dog or chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. I think that's more steps from here. You can see how all of these postures have a similar shape through the bottom half of the body. It's a really nice flow to put together. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, open up the hip, little twist. Inhale, square the hips down. And then exhale, take a large right step forward, back heel down. Inhale, left arm up and back. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through warrior 2. Exhale, forearm to thigh, side angle pose, Parshva Konasana. Inhale, straighten the right leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Okay, building on from here. Left hand will come to left hip. Okay, pause there. Shift your gaze down towards your right big toe. We're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon. Begin to bend into your right knee, and I want you to take kind of a small, like half step forward with the back leg. From there, either have a block or fingertips up. I like to place the hand at a diagonal up towards the right corner of my mat. So I'm not placing the fingertips right in front of the foot. If you have a really strong half moon, you might feel more comfortable there. But as you're starting off with this pose, place it off at a diagonal. And then as you shift your weight forward, begin to straighten the front leg. Still think about turning the hips open to the side. And imagine the blade of that left foot reaching up nice and high, as if you want to get that pinky edge side of your foot straight up towards the ceiling. Keep the hand on the hip, or release the top arm up towards the ceiling. Smiling always helps. Maybe keep the gaze steady, or stair step it up all the way to the top hand. And then exhale, lean forward as you bend the knees so that your chest is coming in front of the knee, and use that counterbalance to softly land back in warrior 2. Good. Exhale, fingertips down towards the floor, please. Inhale to plank. Take the vinyasa, meet in downward facing dog, please. Yogi's choice. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, open up the hip. Inhale, square the hip, back down. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, Parshva Konasana, side angle. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. From triangle, right hand comes to right hip. Shift your gaze down towards your left big toe. Begin to bend into the left knee. Left hand will come to a block or off to that left corner of your mat. So that diagonal space will give you a little bit more stability here. Take that little bit of a half step up. Prepare yourself for where you're going to be moving. And then as you straighten the left leg to stand, keep a lot of activity and reach through the right leg. So your toes are pointing away from you on the right foot, and you're pressing that pinky blade of the foot as high up as it'll go, keeping that right foot really active. Hand can stay on the hip, fingertips can come towards the ceiling, and you can begin to play with maybe with lifting the gaze. One more inhalation, Ardha Chandrasana, Chandra meaning moon. And then exhale, bend into the left knee, allow the weight to shift forward. Try to land lightly, back heel down. Inhale, step to plank. Take the go to down dog or chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna build on from here. Inhale, right leg up and back from down dog. Exhale, let the right knee open to the side. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, take a large right step forward between the hands, turn and ground the back heel. Inhale, left arm up and back, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Parshvakonasana, side angle. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale, left hand, left hip, gaze to the right big toe. Preparing to shift forward for Ardha Chandrasana, bend the right knee. You can take that little half step, hand places at the diagonal, and rise up. We're not going to stay here for very long. I want you to keep that left hand on the hip. We are going to come from here into tree pose, okay? So with your body in half moon, I want you to begin to bend into your standing leg, lift the hand up, move slowly, and then I want you to do a kind of a hands-free tree. So normally I would say grab the foot, place it, but I want you just to concentrate on using the muscles in the leg to draw the left knee out to the side. You can point the toes down, maybe lift the arms up. Keep feeling that left sitting bone turn and wrap downwards. It's hard. If you're like, well, this is the most uncomfortable tree I've ever made, congratulations, you're doing it correctly. Take one more inhalation here. Exhale, reach back into a lunge. Inhale, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Or you could have skipped that and just gone straight to down dog. Take a break in child's pose. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hip. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, left foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, straighten the leg, Trikonasana. Exhale, right hand, right hip, gaze to the left big toe. Shift forward, half moon. Hand either in front or at that diagonal line. You can take the half step or just shift the weight forward. Brief half moon. And from there, little micro bend in the left knee as you lift the bottom hand and come, I'm going to turn to face you, into that hands-free tree pose. So that left glute is still strongly engaged. The knee is going to point straight out to the side. Point the toes down, wrap that right sitting bone under, keep the chest tall, maybe reach the arms up. Hands-free Vrikshasana, tree pose. Telling you, it's my least favorite one. You have to use your hip flexors so much here when you don't have the foot onto the leg. Okay, exhale, release the hands down. Vinyasa or down dog, your yogi's choice. And I would say we are almost done with this. We have one more step on that ladder, okay? So you were almost at the top. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, open up the hip. Inhale, square the hips down. Exhale, right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, left leg up and back. Gaze over the right fingertips. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Back to warrior 2. On an exhale, right forearm, right thigh. Parshvakonasana, side angle. From here, straighten the front leg. Full inhalation, Trikonasana. Exhale, left hand, left thigh. Gaze turns down, bend the right knee. Half moon pose. Little half step. Square the hips or lift up. And then from there, grow light on the bottom fingertips, micro bend in the knee. Come back to stand to that hands-free tree pose. From here, I want you to take your ankle, your left ankle, above the right knee and begin to bend the right knee to standing pigeon, okay? So as you begin to sit and bend down, keep a flex in that left foot. You can take your hands to your heart. Good. Stay here. Soft smile, maybe reach the arms up. Nice little way to stretch out the work of those glutes and the outer hips. This is the top of our ladder sequence. Slowly release out, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, hands down. Flow through your vinyasa, go to downward facing dog for the second side. We all meet in Adho Mukha. Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, open up the hip. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, left foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, right arm up and back. Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, Parshvakonasana, side angle, chest turns. Inhale, left leg straightens. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale, right hand, right hip. Gaze turns down to left big toe. Inhale, bend in the left knee. Small step forward. Right leg rises on the inhale to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. From there, micro bend in the left knee. Slowly come to your hands-free tree pose. And from there, begin to bend into the standing leg. Place your right ankle above the left knee. Come into standing pigeon. So keep that bend, and you can make the bend in your standing leg as big or as micro as you would like. I want you to make sure that you keep that right foot flexed. Hands can come to your heart. Torso staying long. Maybe extend the arms up. Good. Nice little press of the ankle above the knee. Stretching out right glute, outer hip opener. Good. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, palms down. Everyone step to downward facing dog, please. And from down dog, knees wide to the outside edges of the mat. Untuck the toes. Sit back to Balasana, forehead down towards the floor. Child's pose, recollect the breath. I hope next week that I'll be able to teach this from my backyard. There's still just too many yard waste trucks in the neighborhood. Thankfully, they're just kind of noisy. With your forehead down towards the mat, you can begin to roll the wrists in small circles here, kind of releasing a little bit through the vinyasas that you did throughout that flow. Let your awareness go towards the hips, towards the legs. Slowly releasing out. Good. From here, slowly rise back up through tabletop and step into plank pose, please. Plank pose, piece. Okay, so you're gonna come into Vashisthasana, side plank. I want you to take your right hand just a few inches in front of your left. So they're gonna be slightly off kilter. And after you're there, I want you to roll onto the right hand. And you can either have the right knee down for a little bit of extra support here. You can take the feet staggered, or you can stack feet together. From here, left arm extends up. Keep lifting through the hips. Gaze can be down towards the thumb, again, to the side, or up towards the thumb. And stay just as you are, or if you'd like to do a tree pose variation based on what we worked on today, you can bend the left knee, place it above or below the knee, just not on the knee, please, for Vrikshasana variation in your side plank. Good. One more inhalation here, and then exhale, release. Normalize your plank pose, and then we'll take second side. So from plank, just scoot the left hand just a couple of inches forward. And from there, either bottom knee down, staying right here for Vashisthasana, or legs staggered, or feet stacked. Okay, and you can stay here, lift the gaze, or maybe bend the top leg. I give you permission this time to place the foot if that would be helpful for you, to come into a tree pose variation for your side plank. One more inhalation here, and then exhale. Slowly release, normalize the palms, lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, take your hands a little bit wider to the outside edges of your mat. We're going to come through for Paripurna Navasana, or boat pose. So you can either step or jump through here. Shift your gaze forward, bend your knees, engage Mula Bandha. That's a Kegel for women. It's a contraction of the anus for men. Uddiyana Bandha, belly button drawn in and up on the exhale. Bend the knees, jump forward, pull the legs through. You can do that with or without the pause. And you can stay here, squeeze the knees towards one another, and keep drawing the head of the arm bones back. So you see, broaden the collarbones here. Shins parallel with the floor. Try not to collapse through the upper back. And then stay here for any amount. Straighten the legs. Maybe not today. And then exhale, lower to half Navasana. Legs straight, keep the shoulders and ankles lifted. Exhale, rise back up Navasana. Inhale, Ardha Navasana, legs forward, keep the shoulders and ankles lifted. Exhale, Navasana. And one more time, Ardha Navasana. Stay here or keep the shoulders lifted. Reach the arms overhead, spread through the toes. And then exhale, slowly release. Those of you who are working towards handstand, that Ardha Navasana with the hands overhead is a great way to get the whole front side of your core nice and strong for handstand support. From your back, stay as you are, but bend your knees, setting up for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Normally in bridge pose, we prep with the heels in line with the hips. For today, step your feet wide to the outside edges of your mat, but toes kind of facing forward. So I don't want the toes turned in, but kick the feet to the outside edges of the mat. So it's a much wider base than we normally would cue for this position. Now from here, with that wider base in the feet, begin to lift up through the hips, come into your bridge pose, press through the feet, and you can stay here with that wide base. Begin to walk the shoulders underneath, maybe interlace the fingertips. Same rule, don't turn the head side to side, please. But just notice how you feel in this variation of the posture. If it works well for you, feel free to use it at any time. There is no structural reason to keep the feet in a closer frame in line with your hips, unless you just are a naturally deep back bender and that feels really good to you. But if this wider base version works well for you, feel free to go to it every time. One more inhalation here. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let the knees windshield wiper, one side and then the other. Just moving at your own pace there. And then one more time, bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. If you can repeat with that wider foot version, if you would like just a contrast with the feet in a narrower position, you may do so when you're ready. Inhale, lift the hips up. Again, walking the shoulders underneath you, maybe interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms down. Keep pressing wherever your feet are, down heavily into the base of the big toe. Good. Glutes are engaged here. Arms pressing down. Then exhale, untuck the shoulders, let the heart come down first. This time, soles of the feet together for reclined bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. The breath stay steady for a moment. Good. And then from here, knees in towards the chest. Slowly rock all the way up to a sit. From here, you may stay simple cross-legged, or you may come into half lotus if that's available for you, starting with the right foot into the crease of the left hip. Wherever you are, you're going to walk your left hand towards your right knee. Take an easy twist over to the right. Try to keep the neck in line with the spine. And then exhale, come back to center. Change the cross of the legs, so take the opposite shin on top. Those of you in half lotus, try to take your left pinky edge of your foot into the crease of the hip. Throw nice and tall through the spine. And then right hand comes to left knee, seated spinal twist, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, come to center. We'll stay here. You can change your seat if you would like to come into full lotus or half lotus, if that's part of your practice. Make your seat comfortable. And I'll invite you to stay with me just in quiet seated meditation for 1 minute before you can transition into Shavasana. Okay, so just from here, from the grounding of your lower body, shift your gaze to the space between your eyebrows. So let the eyes be closed, but let there be an internal gaze to the space between your eyebrows. It's known traditionally in yoga as your third eye point, kind of the seat of your intuition. And with your internal gaze set there, allow yourself to feel your whole body. Notice the movement of your breath, the quality of the breath. Softly register the sensation of the air around your body. Notice the points of contact of your seat against your mat, the hands on the legs. Just allow yourself to be present. You may stay just as you are here. You may make some small adjustments if you like. Otherwise, I'd invite you to lay back for Shavasana. We'll maintain quiet there. You can allow the feet to be as wide as the mat. Allow the feet to be long, legs to be long. And those of you reclining, can slightly press the base of the skull into the mat. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Just feel that nice smooth back side of the body. Those of you, whether seated or reclined, feel the tips of the shoulder blades descend towards the hips. And you can rest your palms face up wherever you are. Let the palms feel relaxed. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh the breath out through the mouth. Stay here quietly, trying to maintain a stillness through your body that can draw you in towards an inner stillness as you rest your gaze on that third eye. Slowly allow your breath to deepen once more. Allow soft movement to come back into your body as you wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe turn the head softly side to side. Allow your next inhale to reach the arms up overhead. And those of you reclined, as you exhale, roll onto your side. Those of you seated, just allow the arms to come back down and rest easily in your lap or on your legs. So you stay as you are for one cycle of breath. As you're ready, slowly you make your way into a comfortable seat if you're not there already. And then with eyes closed, draw your hands together in front of your heart. In prayer position, Anjali Mudra. I invite you to seal your practice with one Om. Inhale deeply. Slowly bowing your head towards your fingertips and pausing for a moment to take gratitude for yourself and for your yoga practice and for those you practiced with today. Namaste. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna unmute you. If you've got any questions about anything, feel free to hang out and chat for a little bit afterwards. And I hope to see you back next week. We will be working with a new theme for the month of October. And if you have any requests on that, feel free to reach out to me or send me a message. I'm always happy to hear what students are interested in working on, and we can work with that. So great to see you here, and I hope you had a good